This is the Charlemagne, a Tier 6 premium French cruiser. Yep, I got the ship primarily because of the cool scarab skin from my platform store. It's available for $49.99 for anyone that wants to make the plunge, but unfortunately you find that the skin is the coolest part of the ship, and if you check out YouTube you'll see that there are many videos that talk about how poor the ship performs in an actual battle. I have set the ship up for an Agile build situation, and I was doing okay, but it was never good enough to give any kind of a real review for it. So what has changed? Well, Azur Lane Baltimore as an inspiration is what has changed. So with that, let's get into the setup of the ship and the commander, who is Andre Roux. His brace trait is Grenadier. Cruiser's main gun HE shell damage is improved. As for inspirations, I have Norman Scott Directed Impact, which will improve the cruiser's main battery shell grouping. And then here is Baltimore, and this is the big deal. Rudder shift time is improved by over 5%, and this really helps out the Agile build of the ship, as you're going to see in the highlight. The first skill is Burn It Down XXL. It improves the chances of HE shells causing a fire. It's only a 2% increase, but it is a little bit of an increase there. The second skill is Full Speed Ahead, which improves the cruiser's maximum speed as well as its rudder shift time. It's down another 8% right there, in addition to the 5% with Baltimore. So the third skill is Velocious, which again increases the maximum movement speed of the ship. And then the last skill, the fourth skill, is Steer Clear. Rudder shift time is improved yet again, as is the steering gear repair time. And then I have Fully Packed for the legendary skill, which improves the cooldown time for all consumables and adds an extra consumable charge. And the special effect is the cooldown time for those consumables is improved by 30%, but I have to be within 1.5 kilometers of an allied ship. And you can see in parentheses there what happens if I rank up my legendary rank 2 kilometers for legendary rank 2, 2.75 for legendary 3, and 3.5 is the greatest range I will get to an allied ship and still maintain this legendary effect if I can rank him up to legendary rank 4. Alright, let's look at the upgrades for the ship. It is kind of basic. The first upgrade is Aiming Systems Mod 1. Dispersion of the main battery is improved by 7%. Torpedo launcher traverse speed is improved by 20%. And the secondary battery firing range and its dispersion is improved by 5% respectively. And then rudder shift time is improved here with the steering gears Mod 2. The ship really had a problem with a very slow rudder shift time, so I'm doing everything I can to help that out. And then here we're doing the double steering gear setup here with the steering gears Mod 3 and the third upgrade slot. Rudder shift time is improved by another 40%. Steering gear repair time is improved by 80%. So this really helps out in the maneuverability department. Loadout, you have your normal high explosive and armor piercing shells as well as torpedoes, which we will get into in a minute. Damage control party consumable. Duration is 5 seconds with a reload time of 57 seconds, and there is an unlimited number of those consumables. And then you can switch either between the sonar and the AA defensive fire. I have stuck with the sonar. Torpedo detectability range is 3 kilometers. Detection of ships is 4.2 kilometers. The duration is 94 seconds. Reload time is 171 seconds, and there are 3 of those consumables. You have 4 catapult fighter consumables. The duration is 100 seconds. Reload time is 76 seconds, and as I said, there are 3 engine boost consumables right here. It temporarily increases the ship's maximum speed by 15% when the consumable is active. The duration is 180 seconds. Reload time is 114 seconds. You can see I have a bunch of these boosters set up here. I did want to go with the Epic Battle Booster here to really showcase the maximum range of the ship here in this standard match. And the Scarab Premium Skin, sea detectability range and incoming fire dispersion is 4.5% respectively. The ship did come with a permanent premium camouflage, but once you get the Scarab Skin, who's going to really be using that? Stats: survivability hit points is 30,000 on the nose. Armor is 6 to 140 millimeters, so you want to be careful or you will be removed from the game really quickly. Artillery, you have 9 guns. They reach out to 15.7 kilometers. Reload time is 12 seconds. Traverse time is 30 seconds, so you do want to be careful with this extreme rudder shift time that you're going to see here, because you may have a problem with your main guns traversing. HE shell damage has a maximum of 2698 with a 16% chance of setting fire. Armor piercing shell damage has 4800 as its maximum. And then the secondary armament, there are 10 guns. They reach out to 4.7 kilometers, reload in 4 seconds. Maximum damage is 1400 with an 8% chance of setting fire. Torpedoes, you have 2 launchers of 3 torpedoes each. Reload time is 90 seconds. Maximum damage though is 15,833 if you can make that happen. The range is 10 kilometers, which is pretty good. The speed is 60 knots, which is a little low, but it is what it is. Here is your AA defenses. I haven't noticed that the ship is particularly great at clearing the sky, but this seems like a fair amount of defenses right here. And here's the maneuverability. This is a big deal. Maximum speed is 35.6 knots. Turning circle radius is 690 meters. Rudder shift time is 4.4 seconds, which makes a huge difference in a standard match with the rudder shift time down this low. Concealment. Detectability range by sea is 12.4 kilometers. Range by air is 7.8 kilometers. And if you happen to be in the smoke, it is 7.4 kilometers. And here's your armor. I guess this is kind of basic for a tier 6 cruiser. Let's take a look at the Citadel. And you do see that you are above the water here. There is some really thin armor in the back of the Citadel right there, and in the front of the Citadel if you get hit in the wrong way, but still the Citadel is above the water, and right if you do some bow tanking and a shell gets down below there, you can see the blue armor right there, 17 to 24 millimeters. I guess it's a little blue-green armor. You will definitely have a problem right there. And that's the 6 millimeter is those little pieces in the front and the back there. And okay, so you have 34 to 75 on the sides to help out from getting broadside attack Citadel hits, and 76 to 160 on the top, and in the front a big part of the Citadel is 76 to 160, but you're still gonna have a problem if you get out in the open water, and without the extreme maneuverability from the Baltimore commander, you will definitely have a problem. Overview: broad launch, wider maximum spread of the torpedo launcher. Okay, you want to keep that in mind. Fast, above average maximum movement speed, and there is a speed booster here, and you will definitely make that up as part of your kiting maneuvers when you are out in a standard battle with this extreme rudder shift time. You do see a lot of misses, especially at long range. Charlemagne is a heavy cruiser project C5A3 designed to rival potential adversaries. New ships of this type were being built in Germany. The main difference from the previous ships was manifested in the enhancement of the ship's main guns located on triple turrets. Year of design was 1939, and it doesn't look like there were any ships in the series. Alright, well that's it for the setup of the ship and the commander. Let's go out in a standard battle and see if the Baltimore inspiration really makes a difference. Alright, while we're waiting to get into the match, I didn't think it would hurt to go over my setup of Baltimore. Yes, I am using her base trait as an inspiration for this setup with the Charlemagne, but she is an American cruiser commander, so I thought I would go over my setup. If anyone has any comments or suggestions for a better setup, please go ahead and leave them below. Her base trait is Adaptive Tactics, which improves the rudder shift time as we mentioned. Inspirations are Norman Scott for Directed Impact, which helps the cruiser main battery shell grouping, and then Yamamoto here for Right Through, which will improve the cruiser's armor-piercing shell penetration. And then for the skills, the first two skills are for fire setting chances, Burn It Down XXL and Igniter. The third skill is Baltimore's unique skill, Absolute Ammunition. Cruiser's armor-piercing shell penetration multiplier is improved, as is the cruiser's armor-piercing shell fuse time. And what this does is it sort of prevents over-penetration of cruisers and I believe even destroyers with your armor-piercing shells. So I think you will get a little bit better citadel potential on some cruisers because you will have a reduced over-penetration possibility here. So the fourth skill is Steer Clear. Rudder shift time is improved and the steering gear repair time is improved. And for the legendary skill, I've selected Refill Station. Cruiser main battery reload time is improved by 3% at legendary rank 1, goes all the way up to 10% at legendary rank 4. And the special effect is the cruiser's main battery range is improved by 10%. And the range to an allied ship to activate this special effect is 1.5 kilometers at legendary rank 1, and it will go all the way up to 3.5 kilometers at legendary rank 4. And that's a little bit about how I have Baltimore set up. Let's see what she does as an inspiration in the battle with the Charlemagne. Alright, so the match is progressing a little bit. We are around 2.5 minutes in. We've started a fire. We've gotten 8 main gun hits. We have 7,700 damage and counting. We are using this island for cover right here, but the red team ships are on the other side of that island and there is no worry just yet. There's a Mahon over here that looks like a great target. He doesn't even see us and we do have a free shot at him, it looks like. And there's another Akazuki right there that is almost gone. He is gone. He did not last. So each team has a destroyer gone. And we're going to see if we can size up this Mahon. That he looks like he's moving around too much, so that would be a wasted shot. So now I'm going to concentrate on this Graf Spee over here. And you can see that the traverse speed on the main guns is kind of giving me a problem. And this is without the speed boost going. So even with that, with what rudder shift we have right now without the speed boost, the traverse speed is kind of a little bit of a problem. So I'm definitely going to be mindful of that as the match progresses. I have armor piercing selected, and we're going to see if we can get some citadel hits on the Graf Spee. And he is turning out, so citadel potential is definitely minimized right there, but we are up to 19,900 damage. He's going broadside to us again, and there you see the traverse speed of the main guns is losing lock. So here I'm creeping up toward the Graf Spee, and I am using these islands as cover. I'm firing my rounds at him, and he is not aware of me because of the island here.
Engine boost activated.
So now I've decided to give some full rudder action and hit the speed boost, and we're going to see what the Baltimore inspiration will do with the increased rudder shift time. So that looks like a good citadel potential there on the Graf Spee, but he is turning in toward us. So this seems like a pretty good commander here on the Graf Spee. He is definitely minimizing his citadel vulnerability here by turning in and turning out, actually. So I'm checking out the torpedoes, and there I decide to take a shot in case he's trying to maneuver it back around here. It doesn't look like he is, but that was just in case right there. And these islands are definitely helping me out. And I'm going to come around here, and you can see that we are definitely making a tight turn here. And I'm assuming that the Baltimore inspiration is really helping with this turn. And we are definitely within torpedo range of the Graf Spee, and we're going to wait and see if he comes around. You can see there is no eyeball indicator, so he's not aware of us at this point, and he is creeping toward us. So we're going to release the torpedoes and see if we can surprise him and basically blow him out of the water right here. So now I've hit full speed, and I am going to get out of here. There's no reason to tempt fate, as it were. So those 3 torpedoes definitely obliterate the Graf Spee. Only 2 torpedoes hit the Graf Spee, and we got a devastating strike medal and our first destroyed ship. We are down on ships here. The blue team has lost 4 ships to 2 ships on the red team, and we are down big time. 291 points to 93 to 468. So we have a lot of work to do here. The Nagato looks like he is not going to be around very long, though, so he is definitely whittled away. He is gone. The North Carolina and the Mahon there don't look like they're going to be doing too well either. So we're just going to creep up here. The North Carolina is gone. The Mahon looks like he's going to be gone next, and that will basically pretty much tie up the match if that Mahon gets destroyed. Alright, so we're just going to close in on the red base. You can see we are starting to capture the base. They are starting to capture our base already, but we are slightly ahead. But now I am looking toward defending our base, and I am maneuvering in that direction. I'm going to close in on the blue base and see if I can engage whoever is over there. There you see I was trying to tell my teammates to defend the base, and I was having a problem locking on the base to be able to send that message through, but ultimately on the 3rd try I was able to do that. And here is a Talon, and this thing is no joke. You definitely have to be careful when you're in a match with a Talon. So there, the torpedoes are going. We're up to 46,000 damage. We are down ships still. We are down in the match, actually. So here's this Devonshire, and he has got his broadside to us, and this is awesome. We get a hit and get our torpedoes taken out, but we do hit the damage con, and no problem there. The Devonshire looks like he did launch some torpedoes. I'm assuming it's from the Devonshire. And there's a Citadel hit on the Devonshire. We're up to 55,000 damage. And he is just going broadside to us, and we are just going to sit here and see if we can take this guy out. You shouldn't really be able to do this. There is the destroyer that is spotting us over there. There are 2 more Citadel hits on the Devonshire. There is a Vostros, and the thing about those ships is they have no smoke, so that's good, and their torpedoes do not have much of a punch. So that is the one downside on all the Pan-European early access destroyers, is the torpedo output is lacking, but other than that, the torpedo performance is spectacular, actually. And there the Devonshire is gone. The Vostros missed on those torpedo shots, and we've got 2 destroyed ships. We're up to 70,000 damage, and we are still down in this match. So this is coming down to the wire. It looks like there's 5 minutes left. Vostros started us on fire, and we hit the damage con, and we're going to be looking to take this guy out. And there he is gone. Started a fire and incapacitation. 5 main gun hits there. That is awesome. And now It's mano a mano. It's down to myself versus this Leander right here. And we have 76,000 damage. I did take a torpedo shot at the Leander right there. And this looks like a good broadside opportunity. And we're going to see if we can get some hits. We got 4 hits, but no citadels. And here I'm maneuvering really quickly around to minimize my broadside. And I think this is a little bit of the Baltimore inspiration right here to make this quick turn like this. I would not be able to do this without the Baltimore inspiration, and I will have a video coming up a little later with the Charlemagne in a match that is a complete kiting match where we are avoiding many incoming shots. There is the last destruction and another devastating strike medal. So this was an awesome battle for the Charlemagne, and I was never able to get any kind of performance out of the ship until I had Baltimore as an inspiration. It definitely makes open water sailing all that much more easier. There, 596,000 credits, 103,000 damage by the time it was all said and done. 60 main gun hits on 4 torpedo hits, 4 destroyed ships. We almost got a Kraken. 4 floodings, that is awesome. 3 citadel hits, 2 devastating strike medals, and a high caliber medal. And I attribute that to better performance with Baltimore. Let's see how we did on the team result. Wow, first place overall, 2,700 XP, 2 medals. That is awesome. Let's see how we did on the economy tab. Wow, 520,000 credits by the time it was all said and done. That is quite a haul with a tier 6 ship. And that's it for the Charlemagne. And for me, the thing that made the huge difference in performance is Baltimore as an inspiration when you rank her up beyond rank 16. This is the Jaguar, and I'll see you on the high seas. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you like it.
This is crazy.